Hello everyone, good morning, Kaz here with your daily dose of r/goodness. Today we're featuring another batch of entitled parents. I hope you like these ones too. Stay tuned and enjoy. EM tries to cut in line at the American Embassy because she is American. Hello fellow Redditors, I'm French American, live near Paris. A few months ago I had to renew my American passport because the old one had expired. It was the first time I had to renew it since I turned 18. I'm 20 when this story happened. So I decided that I would go to the American Embassy or consulate, I'm not sure which one is exactly, without my mother for the first time, she's American, to get things done on my own like a big boy. Usually hanging out with my mother in any public place means people immediately learn that we're Americans. Seeing as we usually speak English when there's too many people and speak French in big crowds out of respect for the people around us. But her thick accent usually rats us out as Americans. Anyway, since she didn't come with me that day, it meant that people wouldn't automatically assume I was American. Important for the rest of the story. So the day of the meeting, I show up at the embassy, 15 minutes before the time of the meeting as instructed. And the line to get in is a mess. There are two TSA checks, one outdoors and one indoors. In between the two lines of people is orderly, but before the first TSA check, everyone was just bunched up and participating in the Hunger Games in order to get in before everyone else. When I got there, I phoned my mother, anxious that I would be late for my meeting. She told me to just go to the TSA agent and tell them that I had a meeting blah blah blah. When I hung up, the French people around me told me that Americans had been called forth earlier, so I got to skip the first line by just waving my passport in the air. Turns out, having an American passport at the American Embassy makes you a VIP. So I'm waiting in line for the second TSA check, and I'm waiting for the TSA agent to call me into the building. As I'm waiting, I hear commotion behind me. Some lady, EM, is pushing everyone aside yelling, "I'm American, I have priority, let me through." She had a 5-ish-year-old boy with her. As she gets to my level, she tries to push me aside yelling, "I have to get my boy his passport." Now, that woman was 5 feet tall with her arms up, and I'm 6 feet tall, and though I'm not very heavy, 145 pounds, I don't budge easily. She looked at me in shock as if I had killed her son or something and shouted out, "How dare you! I'm American! I have every right over you here, now let me pass!" I had all my papers out in my left hand and my current passport at the time was underneath it, so she couldn't have known I was American. The TSA agent gestures to me to come forth, and EM starts cutting in front of me telling her boy, "Come on! We can finally go in," and yanks his arm. I gently but firmly grab her by the shoulder, stop her in her tracks, and move forward. She looks me dead in the eye and says, "What is wrong with you? I should go first. I told you, I'm American." As she says so, I pull my passport from underneath my papers, wave it to her face and say, "Well, so am I, lady." That's when one of the TSA agents from the first control post came to take her back to the start of the line. As I entered the building, I shouted back, "Enjoy the line with French people," and proceeded with the protocol. Long story short, don't mess with people based on their assumed nationality. You might get a surprise. I assume that some of these people really get away with acting like this, and it really boggles the mind how can people just let them do this. This girl on the other hand, she did the right thing. When you see these people, stop them in their tracks. Don't let them propagate this kind of behavior. No. The next story is entitled, "That's My Real Hair." So I got my hair done about a week ago. It looks amazing if I do say so myself. I also just got a new job at McDonald's, so I see a lot of people. Majority are nice, however, there are a few bad apples. I was busy taking orders and stuff cause that's what I'm paid to do. I'm behind the counter when this lady comes up to me. I just took her order not too long ago, a medium number 9 meal and a 6-piece nuggets kids meal. So yeah, she had a kid who was in Playland at the time. I've been told by some of my good friends that I've known for years that I low-key look like an elf or a fairy now, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm just doing my job when this woman comes up to me. Let's just call her Karen.
Hi there.
Hello ma'am, is there anything I can get for you? Most of the time when people come up to the counter, they just want some extra sauce or something like that.
Oh, no. It's just that my daughter really likes the color of the wig you have on. She really wants to dress like a fairy and absolutely loves the color and style of it. Can she have it?
Sorry ma'am, this isn't a wig. I just got my hair done at the salon over at Walmart across the street.
Oh no, that's a wig. Nobody dyes their hair that color. Now give it to me.
At this point, she had the attention of everyone who was at the front. She leans over the counter and tries to grab my hair. I jumped back to get out of her reach. That made her mad. That's when my favorite manager came out. She's my favorite because she likes anime and stuff like that. Is there a problem, ma'am?
Yes! Your employee stole my daughter's costume wig and is refusing to return it. I want her fired.
I tell my manager, I'm gonna go run back and get some stuff to stock. My manager says, ma'am, that's not a wig, that's her hair. And we all saw that you tried to pull her hair. I'm going to ask you to leave. I didn't really go to stock, by the way. That was already done. I just wanted to get out of that situation. I was standing off to the side. The customers couldn't see me though. She starts going ballistic on my manager, saying how
That's not possible. People don't dye their hair crazy colors anymore.
Eventually, my manager gets the store phone and threatens to call the police for attempted assault, and for causing a disturbance, of course. So she goes and gets her cat and leaves, and I die laughing cause how can you beat that stupid? Even if the girl was wearing a wig, what gives you the right to take it like that? No, it doesn't work like that. Your child is spoiled enough, lady. Stop it. Give my 9-year-old son alcohol. It's New Year's Eve. I'm not gonna insult you with a cast. It's pretty self-explanatory. My mom married my stepdad when I was a toddler. They divorced when I was in my late teens, and they had my little brother when I was in my teens, so I'm a lot older than he is. After I moved out, I tried to maintain a healthy relationship with my little brother and had him over to spend the night often. I invited him to spend the night on New Year's Eve. He was 9, I was about 27 months pregnant. Not really, but did give birth shortly after the new year. Obviously, it would be a low-key evening at home. Late in the evening, little brother started demanding alcohol. Yeah, no, not happening. Once he realized we weren't going to give him any, he called his dad. Stepdad called and said, "Why are you excluding my son?" We aren't. No one is drinking. I'm freaking giant pregnant. Besides, he's 9 years old. I'm not providing him with that. Stepdad says, "I decide what my son gets. It's New Year's Eve and you will give him something to toast with." Okay, yeah, no, you can come get him if you want, but I'm not catering to that demand. It's ridiculous. 30 minutes later, he is banging on my door. "Here, I brought my son some beer and champagne." What part of this you didn't understand? He will not be drinking in my house at age 9, New Year's Eve or not. But he wants it, and I brought it. Problem solved. No, you either leave with the beer, or you take him with you. How dare you tell me how to parent my son? Obviously someone needs to. Think it's time for you to go. There are so many stories like this, it's insane. Now my brother is pushing 30, never really had a job, is a heroin addict, and you guessed it, daddy pays for it. yet somehow it's everyone else's fault he is not successful. I did end up reporting him to social services a couple of years later. Wish I would have done it sooner. You see, this one's a sad man. You see, these entitled parents just destroy their child's livelihoods without even knowing. Don't spoil your kids like that. If he wants alcohol at 9, don't give it to him. Thank you again for tuning to another episode and your daily dose of r/goodness. If you like what I do here, please comment, like, subscribe to me. Tell me what would you like to see in the next videos. I will try to cover new topics in the next videos, but I will stick with what you guys like most, of course. Let me know and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.